many people really don't mean to be late with a payment. Sometimes it just happens because, well, we're just human and things happen. Unfortunately, in many cases, the banks don't act human and they don't care about your excuses. But thankfully, in some cases, you can successfully get a bank to accept your excuse and extend courtesy. Well, this week, I will teach you some tips in order to up your chances to get a late payment removed from your credit report through a courtesy. So first up, spend some time on the email or letter. Make sure to point out your relationship with the bank. I've been a customer for 10 years and was never late. Also, make sure to explain how this late payment is really hurting you. I'm trying to get a home for me and my family, and I'm getting declined for the mortgage, and I'll lose the house. Your story should be powerful. Make sure to point out a good excuse on why this is the only one-time occurrence and will never happen again. I just had a baby. I just got married. But saying something like, I was fired from my job, won't work because the bank will not be convinced that tomorrow you won't just get fired again. And don't just write, prove it. If the reason you were late is due to being in the hospital, then send along your discharge letter. If you got married, send along a copy of the wedding invitation. Always send along something that proves your excuse. Now, last but not least, number 4, don't just send the letter to the standard mailing address. You should also send it in email to executives in the bank. An executive will much more likely have the power to give you a courtesy, and you'll be surprised at the willingness for them to help. Just throw in a good compliment about them and the bank, and you can find these email addresses to executives on hunter.io. Email as many executives as you can and make sure to follow up with them several times. Be a nudge, who cares? As always, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. And if you got any value out of this, just hit that like button and subscribe and maybe even leave a comment letting me know what you learned. And I will see you in the next one.